The planet lay silent under the pale light of its twin suns. For centuries, no voice had disturbed the stillness, no step had moved across the endless plains. Deep underground, in a hidden chamber, a hum began to grow. Slowly, lights flickered along the walls, revealing lines of strange machines and capsules. Inside each capsule, a human body slept, preserved in a state that time could not touch. Taro's eyes opened first. His vision was sharp and clear, unlike any human who had lived in the galaxy for thousands of years. He looked around, blinking against the bright white light. The chamber was massive, larger than any building he had ever seen. Strange symbols glowed faintly on the walls, and the air smelled metallic and clean. "Where am I?" Taro whispered, his voice echoing softly. The words felt unfamiliar in his mouth. Though he had lived before humans disappeared, he could not remember the last time he had spoken. His mind felt like a fog lifting, revealing fragments of memories that did not make sense. Nearby, the other humans began to stir. A woman named Lena stretched her arms and looked around with wide eyes. Rin, a young man, pushed open his capsule and stumbled forward, his senses alert. Slowly, the room filled with movement as humans who had been gone for centuries began to awaken. Taro stepped forward, his mind racing. "We need to understand what happened. Why we are here. Why the galaxy has forgotten us." Lena nodded. "The machines, they kept us alive. Someone wanted us to return. But who?" Before anyone could answer, a screen flickered to life in the center of the chamber. Strange shapes and lines appeared, forming a map of stars and systems. A voice spoke in a language they all instinctively understood. "Humanity has returned. Threats grow. Your presence is needed." Taro felt a chill run down his spine. The voice was not warm or kind, but it carried authority. Somehow, he knew that this message was a warning, not just for humans, but for all the life in the galaxy. Ren leaned closer to the screen. "Look at this. Systems under attack. Creatures spreading fear. We were gone, and now the galaxy is in danger." Lena placed her hand on Ren's shoulder. "Then we cannot wait. We must prepare. We must show them, we are not gone forever." The humans explored the chamber, discovering weapons, ships, and tools far beyond the knowledge of the current galaxy. Machines hummed with energy, waiting for them to take control. Every discovery reminded them of their ancient strength and wisdom. Taro walked to a large viewport and looked out. The twin suns bathed the planet in warm light, and beyond, the stars stretched endlessly. He remembered stories of the past, tales of humans who had once ruled many systems with courage and intelligence. Now, it was their turn again. "Humans built this galaxy," Taro said softly. "And humans can protect it? If the galaxy has forgotten us, it will remember soon." Lena joined him at the viewport. "We cannot fight alone. But we will find allies. The galaxy is large, but it is not impossible to reach." Hours passed, yet time felt different in the chamber. Humans adjusted to their awakening, learning to move with strength and speed. Their minds absorbed knowledge from the machines, systems, and holograms that surrounded them. Information about star systems, alien species, and technology flowed into their consciousness. They were not the humans of yesterday. They were stronger, faster, smarter. Suddenly, a soft vibration shook the chamber. Taro raised a hand to stop the others. "Something approaches. Something is aware that we have awakened." From the shadows of the chamber, a small drone floated into view. Its surface was sleek and silver, and it projected a map of nearby systems. Lights blinked in red and yellow, marking areas of unrest. Lena studied the map. "The galaxy is not waiting for us to grow. There are battles already happening. People are in danger." Taro clenched his fists. "Then we will act. The humans of the past may have disappeared, but the humans of today will fight. We will show the galaxy what it means to have humanity return. The humans gathered around the screens and maps, planning their first steps. They had no enemies yet, but they knew that the galaxy would not remain peaceful. Their awakening was not just a return. It was a warning. Humanity had come back, and nothing in the stars would ever underestimate them again. As the twin suns set, casting long shadows over the plains, Taro and his team prepared to step into a galaxy that had grown without them. It was time for humans to reclaim their place among the stars. And the galaxy would soon discover that the ancients had returned. The hidden planet was quiet as Taro and the humans prepared their first ships for launch. The hangar hummed with energy, machines moving and shining under the bright lights. Every human moved with purpose, each step precise and confident. After centuries of sleep, their bodies and minds were ready for action. Rin examined a control panel. All systems are online. The ships are ready. But what is our first step? Taro looked at the holographic map floating above the table. Red lights marked several star systems under attack. One signal stood out, flashing repeatedly. This one, he said. It is nearby. Someone is in trouble. We must see if we can help. Lena frowned. It may be dangerous. We are few, and we do not know the enemies we face. Should we really interfere? Taro shook his head. We cannot wait. Humanity has returned. If we do not act, lives will be lost. We will show the galaxy who we are, and that humans fight to protect others. The humans boarded their ships, each vessel shaped for speed and precision. The engines roared to life, shaking the hangar floor as they lifted into the sky. Outside, the twin suns reflected off the sleek metal surfaces, lighting the fleet like a rising sun of hope. As they moved through space, the signal grew stronger. The source was a small colony on the planet Zyra, surrounded by an alien species known as the Grathians. These creatures were large, with thick armor-like skin and claws that could tear through most metal. They attacked without mercy, taking control of towns and villages quickly. From his command seat, Taro watched the battle unfold through the ship's sensors. We must be careful. Their strength is great, but their strategy is simple. They attack with force, not thought. Lena nodded. Then we fight with thought. Humans can think faster than machines, and we can plan in ways they cannot imagine. The humans approached the planet quietly, entering the atmosphere with precision. Below, the Grathians were engaged in combat with the local defenders. Ships fired beams that lit the sky in sharp colors, but the defenders were losing ground. Taro gave the orders calmly. We will divide. Rin, take the left flank and disable their machines. Lena, with me on the center. Focus on strategy, not strength. Everyone else, support where needed. The humans moved like shadows, faster than anyone could follow. Rin's ship dropped silently behind the Grathians' armored vehicles, disabling their engines with precise bursts of energy. The creatures roared in surprise, unable to understand the sudden attacks from above. Taro led the center fleet, using quick maneuvers to block the Grathians' path. He studied their movements carefully, predicting where they would strike next. His team followed, each human executing orders with perfect timing. Lena observed from her ship, sending signals to coordinate with the defenders. They are amazed, she said. The humans are not just fighting. They are planning, guiding, and protecting. By the time the Grathians realized what was happening, the humans had already turned the battle. The local defenders rallied, inspired by the humans' courage and skill. The alien creatures found themselves trapped in a strategy they could not anticipate. Taro's voice came through the communication channel. Focus on retreat. Let them see that humans do not fight for destruction. We fight to protect. Slowly, the Grathians began to pull back, leaving the colony behind. The defenders cheered, amazed that humans had appeared like ghosts, strong and intelligent beyond measure. After the battle, the humans landed on Zyra to meet the survivors. Children ran forward, eyes wide with wonder. Adults bowed in respect, speaking in words that carried gratitude and awe. The humans listened, nodding, learning about the attacks and the lives that had been at risk. Lena turned to Taro. They look at us as if we are legends. They do not know who we really are. Taro smiled. Then we will remind them. Humanity may have disappeared once, but now we are back. And we will not disappear again. As night fell on Zyra, the twin moons casting silver light across the city, Taro looked up at the stars. Each star held a world, many of them unaware of the humans' return. But the humans had sent their first message without words. They were back, they were strong, and the galaxy would soon take notice. The first battle was won, but Taro knew it was only the beginning. Far beyond Zyra, in systems untouched by humans for centuries, other dangers were waiting. Yet for the first time in generations, hope had returned with them. Humans had awakened, and the galaxy would never forget their name. After the victory on Zyra, the humans returned to their hidden planet. Their ships glided through space, carrying news of their success. For centuries, the galaxy had thought humans were gone. Now, every action they took was being watched. Some with hope, some with fear, and some with curiosity. Taro gathered his team in the command room. Holograms of nearby star systems floated above the table. Red dots showed areas under attack, yellow dots showed regions of unrest, and green dots marked neutral systems. We cannot fight every battle alone, Taro said. We need allies who will understand our mission and join us. Humans cannot return quietly. We must be part of the galaxy again. Lena nodded. I have received a message from the Orvani. They are a star nation known for diplomacy and trade. Their envoy wants to meet us. Rin raised an eyebrow. Aliens want to meet humans. After all this time? Do they trust us or fear us? Taro shook his head. It does not matter. We will meet them and decide if they can become partners. Trust is earned, not given. The Orvani envoy arrived in a sleek ship, gliding like a silver arrow into the human's hangar. A figure stepped forward. It had 4 arms, smooth skin that shimmered under the light, and eyes that seemed to see into the mind. I am Myra of the Orvani, the alien said. Its voice was calm but firm. We have watched your return. The galaxy has changed while you were gone. Many conflicts grow, and the Grathians are only one of many threats. We seek an alliance with you. Taro stepped forward. Why us? Humanity disappeared centuries ago. Why approach now? Myra's gaze was steady. Because even in legend, humans were wise, strong, and courageous. Stories tell of your strategies, your resilience, and your ability to turn the impossible into victory. You are needed. Lena spoke carefully. We have awakened. We know little of the current galaxy, but we are willing to help. What do you expect from an alliance? Myra projected a holographic map showing multiple star systems. We ask for guidance and strength. Our fleets are skilled, but they lack creativity in battle. You fight not just with power, but with thought. That is what we need. Taro studied the map. We will help where we can. But the humans are free to act as they choose. We do not serve others. We protect life and seek justice. That is our rule. Myra inclined her head. Then our alliance will be built on respect. We offer resources, information, and ships. Together, we can defend against the Grathians and other dangers. Alone, many will fall. The humans discussed the offer quietly. Rin was skeptical. We cannot trust anyone fully. The galaxy has seen humans disappear before. If we tie ourselves to another nation, we may be trapped in their politics. Taro shook his head. Rin, humanity cannot return in isolation. We must be part of the galaxy. But we will never give up our freedom or our purpose. Myra offers help, not control. Lena turned to Myra. We accept your alliance. For now, we will work together. But our mission is our own. We protect life, and we strike only for defense or strategy. Myra smiled. Then the Orvani welcome you. Together, we will stand against those who threaten peace. The humans and Orvani began training and planning together. Their ships moved in coordinated drills, combining the speed and tactics of humans with the advanced technology of the Orvani. Humans learned to navigate new systems, understand alien defenses, and share knowledge of ancient strategies. One evening, Taro stood on the observation deck, watching the stars. Myra joined him. You carry the weight of your past, Taro. The galaxy will watch, and some will challenge you. Are you ready? Taro's gaze did not leave the stars. We were the ancients. We returned for a reason. We will face any challenge. Humans do not fear the unknown. We adapt, we fight, and we survive. Myra nodded slowly. Then perhaps the galaxy is ready to remember what it once lost. Your return will change everything. As the night passed, humans and Orvani planned their first joint mission. A distant system was under attack by Grathian forces, and this would be the test of their alliance. Both fleets prepared to move, knowing the galaxy was watching the humans who had returned from the past. Taro gathered his team once more. This is the beginning, not the end. Humans may have slept for centuries, but now we fight again. The galaxy will see what it means when the ancients return. Lena, Rin, and the others nodded. They felt a mix of fear and excitement. For the first time, they were not just defending a single planet. They were stepping into the galaxy, a force reborn, ready to remind all life of the humans who once shaped the stars. And far across the stars, alien eyes turned to watch the rising force of humanity, uncertain whether to fear or to hope. The system of Kareth was under siege. Smoke rose from cities, and alarms rang across the planet as Grathian warships fired beams of energy into the atmosphere. The local defenders were overwhelmed, retreating as the aliens advanced. The humans and their Orvani allies approached quickly, moving with precision and focus. Taro stood in the command ship, watching the planet below. This is where we show the galaxy the return of humans. Every move must be planned, every action calculated. Rin studied the tactical map. There are multiple attack points. If we spread too thin, we risk losing ground. But if we strike in one place, we can destroy the main Grathian fleet. Lena leaned over the controls. We need to protect the civilians. Their survival is our priority. Humans do not win by destruction alone. We win by defending life. Taro nodded. Then we divide. Rin, you lead the left flank and disable the Grathian warship's engines. Lena, take the center with me. Focus on strategy and guiding civilians to safety. The rest follow our lead. The humans' ships moved like shadows, unseen and fast. Their advanced maneuvers surprised the Grathians, who were used to brute force rather than intelligence in battle. Taro's fleet used the planet's moons and debris as cover, striking quickly and retreating before the enemy could respond. Rin's squad targeted the warships with precise attacks. Energy beams disabled engines, leaving the massive vessels drifting helplessly in orbit. The Grathians roared in frustration, unable to understand the sudden loss of control. Lena coordinated with the local defenders, guiding citizens to safe zones. Ships carried families away from danger while humans provided cover against Grathian attacks. Civilians watched in awe as humans appeared, not only fighting but thinking, planning, and protecting everyone around them. Taro's fleet moved toward the main Grathian command ship. It was larger than any ship in the system, heavily armored and bristling with weapons. Taro studied its movements, predicting every attack before it happened. We strike together. Not for revenge, but for peace. Humans lead, and the rest follow. The humans and Orvani launched a coordinated attack. Energy beams fired from multiple angles, striking the command ship's shields at once. The Grathians struggled to defend, their forces unprepared for a battle of intelligence and strategy. From the command ship, Taro directed every movement. Now, focus on disabling their control systems. Target the engines and communication arrays. They will be unable to coordinate their attacks. Rin's squad hit the engines, causing sparks and smoke to erupt across the massive hull. Lena targeted the communications, cutting off the Grathians' ability to give orders. Slowly, the command ship was paralyzed, unable to fight effectively. On the planet below, civilians cheered as the battle shifted. The Grathians' ground forces were confused and frightened, seeing their ships powerless above them. Local defenders regained confidence, pushing back with renewed strength. Taro's voice came over the communication channel. Focus on retreat. The humans do not destroy without purpose. Let them know we fight to protect, not to conquer. The Grathians began to withdraw, leaving Kareth behind. Their retreat was organized but slow, giving humans and Orvani forces the chance to secure the system. Taro's fleet followed at a safe distance, ensuring no sudden attacks could surprise the defenders. After the battle, Taro landed on Kareth to meet the survivors. Children ran forward, hugging humans who had saved them. Adults bowed and offered thanks, speaking in words of gratitude. Lena smiled, feeling the warmth of hope return to a world that had almost been lost. Rin looked at the sky. They will tell stories about this. About humans who returned and fought with courage and thought. The galaxy will remember. Taro nodded. Yes. But this is only the beginning. There are systems far from Kareth under threat. The Grathians are not alone. Others will challenge us, but humanity has awakened, and we will face every challenge. Lena placed a hand on Taro's shoulder. The humans are ready. The Orvani are ready. We have shown that we are more than legends. We are alive, we are strong, and we are united. As the twin moons of Kareth rose in the night sky, the humans looked toward the stars. Each light was a world, many unaware of the return of humans. Yet the galaxy had seen the first proof of their strength. Humans were back, and nothing could stop them from reminding the stars of their presence. Taro turned to his team. We have protected one world. We will protect many more. The galaxy will remember the ancients, not as stories, but as the protectors of life and hope. The fleet left Kareth, moving to new systems where threats awaited. The humans had proven their skill, their intelligence, and their courage. Now, the galaxy would learn that the ancients had returned, not for revenge, but to reclaim their place among the stars. And far across the darkness of space, other civilizations began to notice. The humans were back, and the galaxy would never be the same. After the victory on Kareth, the humans and their Orvani allies traveled to the outer systems. The stars passed like jewels against black velvet as the fleet moved through quiet space. Yet Taro could feel it in his mind, a shadow from the past, waiting to test them again. Lena noticed his focus. You are thinking about the old stories, aren't you? Taro nodded slowly. Yes. The galaxy has changed, but some dangers remain from before we slept. There are old enemies and hidden threats. We must be ready for anything. Rin studied the navigation map. We have information about a system called Valor. It was once a hub of human exploration centuries ago. Records suggest it may hold resources and knowledge left by the ancients. Taro's eyes brightened. Valor could give us an advantage. But if others know of its value, it will be a trap. The Grathians are clever, but they are not the only ones who would seek it. The fleet approached Valor cautiously. Sensors scanned for danger, and every ship moved in careful formation. The planet below was lush with green forests and silver rivers, a world untouched by war for centuries. Yet from orbit, Taro could feel unease. Something was hidden beneath the beauty. "Prepare landing teams," Taro ordered. "We will explore carefully. This world may hold treasures, but also traps left for those who return too boldly." On the surface, humans and Orvani spread out. Trees towered over them, and strange birds sang melodies unfamiliar to any human ears. The planet seemed peaceful, but Taro noticed ruins half buried in the soil. Ancient stone structures with markings that humans recognized from their old texts. "This is incredible," Ren whispered. "These ruins are from our ancestors. This may be a place we can learn more about our past and how we once influenced the galaxy." Lena nodded. "But we must remain alert. The Grathians or other enemies may have discovered this place already. We cannot assume safety." As they explored, the ground suddenly shook. From the dense forest, massive mechanical constructs emerged. They were guardians, ancient defense machines left by humans before their disappearance. They scanned the newcomers carefully, evaluating whether they were friend or threat. Taro stepped forward, raising his hand. "We are the descendants of those who built you. We return to honor what was created, not to destroy." The guardians hesitated, then slowly lowered their weapons. Their glowing eyes shifted with understanding, and they moved aside to allow the humans and Orvani to pass. Inside the largest ruin, the team discovered a hall filled with artifacts. Holographic records, star maps, and energy crystals shimmered in the dim light. Taro reached out to touch one of the crystals, and a hologram appeared, showing humans of the past exploring stars and teaching civilizations how to live in harmony. "These are our ancestors," Taro said softly. "They did not vanish. They left knowledge, waiting for the day we would return. Now that we are awake, we can use this to guide the galaxy once more." Suddenly, alarms sounded. Ren looked at her scanner. "Taro, we are not alone. Ships are entering orbit. Grathians and unknown vessels. They know Valor is important. This may be a trap after all." Taro smiled grimly. "Then we face them as humans always have. With courage and intelligence. Prepare the fleet. The Guardians will assist us. We do not run from shadows of the past. We confront them." Outside, the Grathian ships moved like predators, surrounding the fleet. Unknown ships, with strange designs, took positions alongside them. The humans and Orvani braced for battle, while the ancient Guardians activated, adding massive firepower and protection. Taro's voice rang over the communication channels. "Remember what we have learned. Humans fight with thought, not only strength. Use the environment, the Guardians, and our strategies. Every move must be precise." The first volley of energy struck the planet, shaking the ruins. Humans and Orvani moved quickly, protecting the ancient knowledge and civilians who had come with them. The Guardians engaged the enemy, their weapons glowing with ancient power. Ren shouted commands to her squad. "Target their engines first. Do not destroy the knowledge on this world. Keep the focus on defense and precision strikes." The battle was intense, with flashes of energy lighting the sky. Yet humans moved with speed and intelligence, predicting enemy movements and countering attacks before they could strike effectively. Orvani ships combined their firepower with human strategies, creating a defense the enemies could not break. Lena guided civilians to secure zones. "Stay calm and follow instructions. Humans fight to protect, and we will not fail you." As the battle raged, Taro looked at the stars. Shadows from the past had arrived, but humanity was ready. The ancients had returned, stronger than before. And now, on Valor, they would prove that humans were not only survivors, they were guardians of the galaxy. The battle over Valor had tested the humans and their allies, yet it was only the beginning. From orbit, Taro could see the remnants of enemy ships retreating. Sparks and smoke trailed behind them as they fled, but the sense of unease remained. The galaxy had noticed the return of humans, and more forces would soon challenge them. "We cannot wait for attacks," Taro said. "We must take the initiative. The galaxy is vast, and there are allies and threats waiting in the dark." Rin studied the star maps in the command center. There are systems with abandoned human outposts. Many contain ships, technology, and knowledge left behind by our ancestors. If we awaken them, we could build a fleet the galaxy has never seen. Lena raised an eyebrow. "Awakening the fleet will take careful planning. We cannot alert enemies before we are ready. It must be precise, coordinated, and hidden until the moment we strike." Taro nodded. "We have the Orvani, the Guardians, and the experience we gained in recent battles. It is time to awaken the fleet of the ancients. We must show the galaxy that humans are not myths, they are power, strategy, and hope combined." The team set off for the first outpost, a planet called Durian Prime. Orbiting a blue-green world, the outpost appeared abandoned, but sensors revealed dormant ships buried in massive hangars. Some had been inactive for centuries, yet their cores hummed faintly with residual energy. Ren scanned the hangar. "The ships are compatible with our energy systems. We can awaken them, but each will require careful calibration. One mistake could destroy the fleet before it even moves." Lena moved among the crew. "We divide into squads. Each team will manage a group of ships, check systems, and bring them online. Guardians will provide security. We must stay alert for intruders or unexpected attacks." Taro smiled. "The galaxy will not expect this. Humans returning not with a single fleet, but with the awakening of thousands of ships left behind. This is how the ancients strike, with preparation, patience, and intelligence." Over days, the humans worked tirelessly. Each ship awakened with a hum of energy, glowing lights illuminating long-forgotten corridors. Orvani engineers assisted, their knowledge of alien technology making the process faster and safer. Ren carefully brought the first group online. Systems are stable. Weapons are operational. Navigation is ready. Lena guided the civilians and guardians. "Stay focused. Every ship that awakens is another step toward our goal, showing the galaxy that humans have returned and we are ready to protect life." Taro observed from the command ship, watching hangars fill with ships ready to take flight. "The awakening fleet is more than a force of war," he said. "It is a symbol. Every civilization we protect will know that humans returned not for destruction, but to uphold justice and intelligence." Word spread quietly through the systems. Rumors of humans awakening ancient fleets reached neighboring worlds. Some were frightened, others intrigued. Many began to send envoys, hoping to join this new alliance before enemies could strike. As the last ships of the first outpost powered up, Taro received a message from an unknown civilization. The voice was calm but firm. "We have observed your actions. Humans are returning. We wish to understand your purpose before conflict arises." Taro replied. "Our purpose is protection, guidance, and balance. Humans do not conquer for greed. We return to remind the galaxy that intelligence, courage, and life are worth defending. We welcome allies who share this vision." The unknown civilization responded. "We will send envoys. Let this meeting be the first of many. The galaxy must prepare, for change is coming." Ren turned to Taro. "The awakening fleet is complete here. We now have the strength to protect multiple systems, not just one. But the real test will come when enemies unite against us. We must be ready." Lena looked toward the stars. "We have shown courage. We have shown intelligence. The galaxy knows humans have returned. Now we must move forward, not with fear, but with strategy and hope." Taro addressed his team. "Tomorrow, we move the fleet to the next outpost. Each awakening strengthens us. Each alliance builds trust. Every act of protection strengthens our legacy. The ancients are no longer legends. We are alive, vigilant, and united. As the sun rose over Durian Prime, the fleet of humans stood ready. Thousands of ships, each a reminder of their ancestors' wisdom, glowed with renewed energy. The awakening fleet was alive, not as a weapon of destruction, but as a beacon of intelligence, strategy, and hope. In the silence of space, Taro knew the galaxy was watching. Shadows of doubt would remain, threats would arrive, and enemies would gather. But humanity had awakened. And when the next challenge came, the galaxy would see that humans were not only back, they were unstoppable. The awakening fleet moved silently through the stars. Planets and systems passed below like scattered jewels. Taro stood on the bridge of the command ship, watching the fleet in formation. Every ship glowed with renewed power, a reminder of humanity's legacy. The galaxy had not seen anything like this before. Rin joined him. The outposts are complete. Allies are sending support, and even unknown civilizations are reaching out. But I sense something more. Something large is moving in the dark. Taro nodded. The galaxy has had centuries without humans. Many races have grown bold in our absence. Now they will test us. They will think they can challenge the ancients. But we are ready. Humans have returned not to hide, but to guide and protect. Lena entered the bridge, her expression serious. Sensors detect a massive fleet approaching. It is unlike anything we have seen. Ships of different origins, united. They have learned of our return and seek to confront us. Taro's eyes narrowed. Let them come. The galaxy must see humans at their full strength. We will not attack first. We will defend, but with precision and intelligence. Every move must remind them why the ancients were feared and respected. The fleet gathered near the Arden Rift, a region of space known for its unstable energy fields. Taro chose it intentionally. The rift could be dangerous for large fleets, but humans and their allies knew how to navigate it safely. Enemy ships, however, would struggle. Rin activated the fleet's sensors. Enemy ships are closing in. They are preparing formations. But the rift will slow them. We can use it to our advantage. Lena guided the civilians and guardians to secure zones. Focus on protection and coordination. The enemy may be strong, but our strategy and unity will make the difference. The first wave of enemy ships entered the rift. Energy fields pulled at them, slowing movement and making targeting difficult. Human pilots, trained for years with the Orvani and guided by ancient strategies, maneuvered with ease. Their ships weaved through the rift, dodging attacks and striking with precision. Taro observed the battle, calm but focused. This is what we do best. We think, we plan, and we act. Strength alone does not win battles. Intelligence and courage do. Rin managed the fleet's communications. The enemy is adapting. They are coordinated, but we are faster. Guardians are engaging the largest ships, while humans target supply and control vessels. This is working. Outside the rift, flashes of light filled space as weapons fired. Explosions rocked enemy ships, some breaking apart entirely. The human fleet remained organized, supporting each other and avoiding unnecessary risks. Lena's voice was steady over the channel. Civilian ships are safe. Every evacuation and protection measure is in place. Focus on strategy, not panic. The fleet is unstoppable if we act together. Taro saw an opportunity. Rin, open a communication channel to all enemy commanders. Let them hear the truth. Humans return not to conquer, but to protect. We are not here for destruction. Stand down and learn from the ancients. A pause followed. Enemy communications were filled with confusion and curiosity. Some commanders hesitated, unsure if they should continue. Taro smiled. Even now, they see wisdom. The galaxy remembers the humans, and it fears what it does not understand. The rift shifted violently, forcing some enemy ships to retreat. Humans pressed forward with careful strikes, disabling engines and systems without unnecessary destruction. The Guardians moved like massive shadows, protecting the fleet and targeting key enemy vessels. Rin called out, "All units, focus on coordination. Protect the fleet. Target enemy command ships. We must end this quickly without heavy losses." Slowly, the enemy began to retreat. Their fleet scattered, unable to maintain formation against humans, Orvani allies, and ancient guardians. The galaxy had witnessed the return of the ancients and learned that humans were not to be underestimated. Taro looked at the stars. The galaxy will remember this day. Humans have returned. We have proven that intelligence, strategy, and courage cannot be defeated by numbers alone. Lena smiled. The battles are over for now, but our presence will be felt everywhere. The galaxy will think twice before challenging humans again. Rin added, "We have awakened more than a fleet. We have awakened hope. Civilization after civilization will see that humans return not to destroy, but to guide and protect. We are the legacy of the ancients." Taro nodded. "Let us move forward with wisdom. Every system we protect, every alliance we build, strengthens the galaxy. Humans are no longer forgotten. The stars themselves now carry the knowledge that the ancients have returned." As the fleet moved beyond the Arden Rift, the galaxy seemed quieter, yet full of anticipation. Humans had returned, stronger, wiser, and united. The legend of the ancients was no longer just a story. It was reality, and the galaxy would never forget the day the humans came back. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, full of possibilities, challenges, and new adventures. But humanity, awake and united, was ready for them all.